Okay, so we are going to learn about the media oil pastels. So oil pastels are created by mixing pigment, so that's color, with non-drying oil and wax. So that's why when you touch them, they feel rather oily on your fingers. So they're kind of like crayons, except they're a lot thicker and they can give you really bright colors where crayons can't give you as bright of colors. The thing that's difficult about oil pastels is they're hard to get into very small areas because they are so big. But they can be blended, they can be layered upon. You can use them on paper, wood, and clay. If they get dirty, such as this one, what you can do is you can rub it on the back of a piece of paper to kind of clean it off before you begin coloring with it. And there's a lot of cool things you can do with oil pastels. So let's learn a few. Okay, so we're going to start here. So with oil pastels, you can press soft, like this, and that's going to end up looking a lot just like what a crayon would look like. So you're going to see little white specks underneath. Or you can press hard. So I'm going to push harder with my hand and my wrist and my arm. And I'm going to keep my strokes nice and tight together. And then I can even go back over it. And you can see the difference here. Soft is a lot lighter because we're seeing a lot of that white paper underneath, where hard, you cannot see the white paper underneath, therefore your color is a lot brighter and more solid. This almost looks like paint, it's so very bright. Okay, so soft and hard. Now the next thing that we can do is we can mix colors. So I'm going to mix it with white, and I'm going to mix a color with black. So let's do green, okay? And I'm going to press hard, so I'm pressing hard with my green. And now I'm going to take some white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer, I'm going to put this white right on top of the green, and then I'm going to color outwards. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with my black. Now, you can use your finger and you can blend these together. This means your finger is going to get a little dirty. If you don't want your finger to get dirty, you can always do this with a paper towel. Wrap the paper towel around your finger. Okay, and what this does, this creates something called a tint and a shade, okay? So this is how you would show light, and this is how you would show shadow. So in real life, we always see light and shadow, so you might want to think about doing that. Now the next thing we can do is we can mix colors. So if we know anything about colors, let's say we know red mixed with yellow will create a color. I hope we all know what that color is. So if I mix with my fingers red and yellow, and I'm just doing this by pushing my finger into both the colors, I create orange. So it's a little difficult to see here, but it is happening. So there's a little orange happening in the middle there. So I can do that with other colors too. So I can take red, next to blue. And these are all primary colors. Red, blue, and yellow are primary colors. And I can mix these, and I will see a violet start to form. Alright, now blending colors. This one's my favorite. So this is where you want to get colors that are similar to each other. So I'm going to kind of put these out. So I have an orange, I have a yellow orange, I have a yellow, I have a red, orange, I have a red. Okay, so all of these kind of follow along the color wheel. So I shall start with red. So I will color, pressing hard. Then I will take my red, orange. So this is red, now I go to red, orange. I'm not going to go red to yellow because they're kind of two very different colors. I want to pick similar colors. So red, this is red, orange. What I'm going to do is I'm going to color a little bit on top of this red. And then I'm going to move out. Okay. Now I'm going to take regular orange. So this is red, orange, regular orange, go a little on top, move out. Now I'm going to take yellow orange, little on top, move it out. And finally I take my brightest color yellow, little on top, scooch it out. And you can see here, this is a nice blend of the colors. They are all moving into each other pretty nicely. It's not like they just start and stop. Okay, if you wanted to, you can use your hand for a little more blending. I just like to layer, personally. To me, that gives a nice effect. And you can do this with cool colors as well. So these are my warm colors because they look like fire. They make us feel hot. But I can also do this with cool colors. So I can take like a blue, into a blue-green, into a green, and if I wanted to keep going, I could even go to a yellow-green. So you can see again, nice and pretty, soft transition. Okay, so these are the ways we can use oil pastels, blending and pressing soft and pressing hard.